Ladies and gentlemen, so apparently the government of Trinidad and Tobago decided that they would like to close down the Petrotrin refinery. Pause. Let's take a big pause there. Trinidad and Tobago is an oil and gas producing country. We live to the standard that we live at because of the oil and gas being produced by this country. Our gas prices, even though we may find it high at this present moment, is very low in comparison to many other countries. The reason for that being, we produce oil and gas. Now, if they decide to close down with this refinery, we Trinidadians and Tobagonians are going to have to seek elsewhere to get oil and gas. Now, that would have sounded like a crazy idea, something that would never happen. But when you take into consideration that our Prime Minister went to Venezuela not too long ago, Venezuela, which is also an oil and gas producing country, you have to take into consideration that maybe the conversations that he went to have with Mr. Maduro might have something to do with them supplying us with oil and gas. Now that doesn't sound so bad, right? Until they take into consideration the state of Venezuela at present and the kind of madness that's going on in Venezuela. Yes, we see the madness on a daily basis on Facebook in videos. You understand? Not to add insult to injury, they just had a very massive earthquake. This country is seriously unstable. Now, do we really wish to have a seriously unstable country producing us with oil and gas? Let me tell you something about instability in countries. Yeah? Guyana, one of the largest Caribbean countries, is rumored to have oil and gas. Not only are they rumored to have oil and gas, they have one of the largest rainforests in the world. I think it's only second to Brazil, right? Yet, no one wants to invest in Guyana, making Guyana a poor country. The reason that they don't want to invest in Guyana is not because there aren't resources in Guyana. The reason they don't wish to invest in Guyana is because Guyana has racial uprisings every now and again where the people damage property. It's like if you come to bring your company to our country and then there's a racial uprising in the country and then they burn down all your equipment that you came and rest there while they're having the uprising and doing the dumb shit. Yeah, that is why nobody wants to invest in Guyana. So don't think for a moment, you understand, that Guyana is a poor country and that is why the people come in here. The reason that Guyana is a poor country is because people don't want to invest in Guyana. Okay? Because it's unstable. Like the country of Venezuela. Very unstable. It is not wise to go to a country that is unstable to ask them to provide our oil and gas. I understand that Petrotrin does owe a large amount of money and it is going to be very hard for the government to pay off this large sum of money or even to find money to pay off this large sum of money. But, pause for a moment. Didn't we have a Clico fiasco? Didn't we have a Clico situation where the government decided to bail Clico out? Is Clico in any way, form or fashion, more important than the oil and gas sector that produces most of the money for Trinidad and Tobago? Think about that for a moment. Really and truly think about it. And then there are going to be people there who are going to say, you know what, we could always search in Tobago for tourism. Tobago's tourism? Really? Have you seen Grenada, Barbados, St. Vincent, the Grenadines? Have you seen the beaches and the outlay of these countries? They are beautiful. When people think about tourism, they might think about Tobago, but they ain't thinking about Tobago first. You understand? Tobago is a beautiful country. Don't get me wrong. But we cannot survive off of Tobago. Now, let's also take into consideration to stop or, decommission the refinery that is Petrotrin, it's going to cost us a lot of money. A lot of money. So, not only is the government closing down something that is helping us to not have to pay whatever gas prices the market decides is the gas prices, we are also going to have to pay to to decommission this plant. You understand? This refinery that was upgraded like 5 years ago at the cost of around, I'm not too sure, I don't even want to call the numbers, but I know it was a hefty sum that they paid not too long ago to upgrade this refinery. But all of a sudden, because we're going through some pressures, you all are going to sell a refinery that you just upgraded. Does that make any sense, people? Only think hard on these things, because I can assure you the backlash of this decision is going to be devastating. It is going to be devastating. It is not Petrotrin, the oil and gas sector is not every other sector in Trinidad and Tobago. You understand? We could play with plenty other sectors in Trinidad and Tobago and come away unscathed. You cannot play with Petrotrin. You cannot play with the oil and gas sector and come away like if everything all cool and normal. We are going to have to pay a price to decommission this thing. You understand? It is going to cost. There are pipelines that are going to have to be taken up from under the ground as well as from in the sea. You understand? And it has to be done correctly. It can't be no wishy-washy shit. Because if the oil or gas start to spill out into the sea, you are going to damage a lot of marine life. And this is not only going to be nationally, this is going to be an international problem. This is madness. This is madness. This is literal madness. Jed, a matter of fact, I know very little on the topic. All I know is I know enough to be scared. You understand? And all you don't have to take my word for it. I suggest you all don't take my word for it, because at the end of the day, I don't know much on this topic. I'm just speaking. You understand? From the little knowledge I have. What I suggest is that you Trinidadians really look into this situation and really look into what could happen because of the situation. It could be devastating.